Hi, family. This is Kedra. Wanted to take a moment this Saturday, beautiful day, to come out and go live about some big social media topics that are happening. If you've seen or if you've been on my page this morning, you saw that I've shared some things. Probably the last few days, I've shared a bunch of BS too, but I shared some things about the missing women and potential abductions and things like that. I want to say one thing. I mean, whether it's people, I've seen people go, is this real? Is this not? Whatever. Whether it's real or not, it's important that it gets into our psyche. The bottom line is, I believe that it is real. I think that if you just look at the news and you look at the major media, now they're not talking about women of color and breaking it down, but you see the missing people, you see the Amber Alerts, you see these things. So these things are actually happening. And what made it just really hit home with me, I have a Facebook friend, and you guys probably, some of you may have him too. It's I don't even know how to pronounce it, Oed Stewart or something like that. But anyway, he's constantly posting stuff about missing women, missing girls, missing kids. And initially, I kind of got in this back and forth, kind of talking about what can we do, all those things. It was really kind of focused for me on the kids. And so in my mind, I'm like, these are latchkey kids. These are kids whose parents aren't paying attention. Father's not in the home, all of these things. And those things are all key factors. But it's not just them. In this situation, it is also adults. This is impacting everybody, and whether we believe that it's due to human trafficking, which I don't think anybody's questioning that at this point. Organ harvesting, I don't think anybody's questioning that. Maybe some are at this point, but the bottom line is, we have to be vigilant. And so we have to pay attention. We have to teach our kids to pay attention, boys and girls. And then as women, we've got to, some of the stuff that's happening, and this is what's having me share a lot of the stuff, is some of the stuff we, like me personally, I've probably been very close to, but it's that we want to give the benefit of the doubt. And we have something in our head about this person that's going to, come and snatch you, is going to be in a kidnap van, or they're going to be in a, something that's so obvious. They're going to be this sick looking psycho killer person. And oftentimes I just don't think that's it. I don't know that we know what these people are looking like and all of that. But what we do know is people are coming up missing. And a lot of people may not be paying attention, but I think some people may be paying attention, but they're giving the benefit of the doubt. And so there was a video that I sent out this morning that I shared. Someone shared with me, thankfully, a friend of mine that's from, she's actually in Costa Rica right now, but she's originally, I believe, from somewhere up on the East Coast. But anyway, she shared it with me, and then I just went and started sharing it with everybody. But it's about safety, and it's about paying attention to your surroundings. Basically, if you didn't get that video, it's just because my hands started hurting as I was going through trying to share it. I'm going to try to continue to share that out there, but we've got to be vigilant. We've got to not be on that phone when we're walking around. If you're watching or logging in, go to the chat, tap some, give me your thoughts on it. Just some of the things that we can do as women, what we can teach our kids. I'll tell you, one of the big things I really believe, as far as kids are concerned, is we have to teach them that all adults are not right. And, and I know, especially, the way that I grew up, and kids, who grow up in the church, we're taught respect adults. If they tell you that, you do it because it's an adult. And then you come back and you tell mom later, and let mom handle that. We've got to change that. We've got to change that, because right now it's those kinds of things that predators are focused on. So they know exactly what to say to your child or to your teenager or to whoever to get their attention. And I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. One of the things that really does get the attention of Black people is if you got to talking about God and the church and whatever, all of a sudden, oh, you're good. Guard drops down. That should not happen. If it's not Jesus Christ himself, or, what, I don't want to lock anybody's belief in there, but your belief, if it's not that person, it's not that person. I don't care if it's Pastor so-and-so. I don't care if it's Deacon so-and-so. Stop it. Let's teach the truth. Let's let these girls know how to protect themselves. It is trust no one. At the end of the day, people earn their trust. If you don't know them, you don't know them. So I think it's up to us to start teaching our girls this. I think it's us to start teaching our boys this across the board. And I'm very grateful. Initially, I'll say, when I was getting the videos that were coming through, I was going, wow, this is a lot. This is a lot. It's like too much reality. And because I've been going through my own stuff, a lot of times I'm in the bed, I'm resting. So I'm just, if you see me on Facebook all the time, it's because I can't. It's not a lot. I mean, I read, and then I might get on Facebook or whatever until I'm at a point where I'm going to be moving around or getting up to get some work done or whatever. And so at the end of the day, with that amount of time, you're seeing the kind of the same stuff over and over, and all this stuff with these abductions, kidnappings, all these things. This stuff is happening, and it's not happening just to people who are addicts, or people who are out there and putting themselves in these, vulnerable positions. It's not. It's happening to all of us. And I shared in another video about me getting jacked at a gas station the day after Thanksgiving. And I knew it. I felt it, but then I gave the benefit of the doubt. I posted this week, and I would have never even, literally didn't think twice about, because I'm a true believer. Uber, Lyft, jump in those cars. It's convenient. Get where you want to go if you don't need to drive for whatever reason. And so I'm an avid user of that. Now I typically, like, going to the airport and stuff, I might use Uber Black. So, or whatever. So, cause I want to make sure I get there. But this particular time there was an Uber Black. And so you can go out there. I'm not going to go through that whole story, but you can go out there, and I posted about that this week on my page. And what made me post is that there was a share that someone did from this lady in Houston, where she's talking about she had been basically kidnapped by someone in the car and had to actually get out of the Lyft vehicle and run, for her safety. Now, mine did not get to that point, but it was definitely a very questionable experience. And my driver was going a complete opposite direction from where I had to go. And mainly because it was a medical procedure, it was important that I get there. So I was paying attention. I noticed it. I caught it. I immediately, actually the medical facility called and said, hey, you should have been here 30 minutes before, blah, blah, blah. So luckily I, was telling them, hey, I'm with this Uber. I'm going to send you my location. He's gone the wrong direction. And then I immediately sent that to my family. But this guy continued to kind of pull the car over or start going like 5 miles per hour, acting like he was doing something with his GPS. And this went on. And then finally, of course, he's turning around like he's going the right direction, and he does get me to the location. And then he pulls out this wad of money and gives me money. But anyway, I guess I just went through the story. The bottom line is, pay attention. And even if you're listening to this or you're watching this, which I'm recording it live, but I'm sure, if anybody watches it, it'll be probably the recorded piece of it. But the bottom line is, even if you don't use Uber, even if you don't use Lyft, if you go to the grocery store, and that's why I'm saying, if you follow me, and you did not get the video with, it's like a caramel colored Black lady on there, and she's going into detail about the methods that have been used to drug and kidnap these women. So if you did not get that video from me, hit me, Kedra Flowers, on Messenger, or you can send me a message here, and I'll make sure that I get that. That's in Messenger. I don't know that I can send it outside of Messenger. So if you comment on YouTube or inbox me on YouTube, make sure you give me your Facebook Messenger contact so that I can forward to you there. But I think that everybody needs to watch that. We need to pay attention, because it's not that It's not that this is something that's just so obvious. Someone's not gonna come up to you in the big white van. Now they might. We don't want to discount that, but I think when that happens, when you hear of people kind of getting away and that stuff, it's because they did come in the big white van. The shit is obvious if they come in the big white kidnap van. I mean, even my little niece knows that. She's like, oh, he was in a kidnap van. Now with that being said, I have been at the gas station, and I didn't think about till this moment, but someone pulled beside me in the kidnap van, and I took a picture of it, and then I again posted to my family chat and like, hey, if I don't make it home, here's the van that just pulled up. Da, 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 da. And I went into detail. I don't remember what it was because I'm not like, I don't notice vans and go, it's a kidnap van. But when something doesn't feel right, someone pulls up, but they're not getting out, and you're pumping gas, and the way that they pull up, the gas tank is not on that side. Stuff like that, you gotta notice those things, and you gotta stop. So what? You only got $3 worth of gas. Turn the tank off. Turn the thing off, put the gas. Okay, you know what I'm saying. Get the hell in the car and go to another gas station another day. You have to be vigilant. You have to pay attention. What I was going to say, when I did share on my page about the Uber experience, if you go there and you'll see a couple people that had similar experiences as well. But look at the video of what the girl actually experienced. But what made me even more aggressively want to come out here, go live, and talk about this subject is that more people, because everybody's not like me. Like, everybody's not gonna share on YouTube, or share on Facebook or whatever, because for some reason we think if we miss something or something happens to us, a lot of times as women, we think it's our fault. It's like, I had on this, or I shouldn't have even been in that area, or I whatever. And so we tend to be quiet. And I've done that, over in my life a lot, enough, more than enough. I will never do it again. I will speak out. And so the bottom line is, when I share that, I got a lot of inbox comments, like, something similar happened to me. Oh my God, something similar. Well, here's the problem with that. That's great. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for letting me know, because then I can come out here and, that gives me the strength to come out with a lot more vigilance and strength to say, no, this shit is real. It's really happening. But the other thing about that is, if I'm sharing all the time, and I'm constantly sharing, I share if I'm fat, I share if my small fiber nerves are hurting this morning and I can't walk, whatever. Like, I share everything. And so at some point, when you share everything, people don't listen to shit, So I do think there, based on comments, some people are listening, some people aren't. But at the end of the day, some of you who don't share and you share with me privately, if you did share, and you don't have to go live, you can just, go on the post and say, hey, that happened to me. That's good enough. That kind of sharing is what makes people pay attention, because your friends know you, and they know, you know what? She wouldn't say it if it didn't happen. She ain't the kind. She ain't gonna get out there and say it. She ain't gonna get out there and she don't put her business out there, whatever. But just you sharing that may be just enough to make someone know that this is real. It may be just enough to make a daughter, a niece, a cousin, or somebody go, you know what, that happened to my auntie. And then they may reach out and ask you, and you can share that. We've got to start sharing these things, because that is how we protect one another. That's paying attention is how we protect ourselves. Sharing is how we protect one another, or at least help inform one another. So I think that's a, this is a big deal. This is an epidemic. This is, it's huge. And, when things are impacting, I'm going to kind of hit on another note, I guess, side to that is, when things are impacting people at this level. So whether it's 64,000 Black women missing or 75,000, you see different numbers, people missing. When you get to those kind of numbers, and nothing is happening. There's no big FBI initiative happening, and all of these things that we're seeing. Sometimes, and a lot of times, I think that goes into, there's business tied to this. There's testing that needs to happen, and people are being used for that. There's trafficking. There's all of those things, and it's not just the dark side well, it is dark side no matter what, but some other power players are getting some pockets lined as a result of all of this. So again, we have to be vigilant. I am going long. This was going to be a quick 15-minute go live video, but please, if you don't subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook, Kedra Flowers. At Kedra Coaching is my coaching page. Also, please leave any comments, thoughts, whatever below on this page, or you can inbox me directly. And I do know that for everybody, public comments is not the thing. So definitely I respond to the inboxes. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for paying attention. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Be vigilant. Pay attention. All right. Let's protect ourselves, and let's do our part to share and help protect other people. And then if there's anything if you know of anybody, or if there's anything that we can do as a group to pull some additional knowledge, whether it's just sharing on Facebook, whatever it is, do that. Let's all do our part. Thanks so much. And you guys have a great day, and talk to you soon.